Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a trending topic, Etsy's ODR. So we're going to be talking about how you could check your ODR for your store, what Etsy expects from us as Etsy sellers, and I'm also going to be sharing my high ODR and how I'm planning to handle it when the time comes if they do decide to shut my store down. So I'm going to be talking about all three subjects. So if you want to learn more about Etsy's ODR and you want to learn how you could check your own ODR, make sure that you watch all the way to the end. Now, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe today. I do upload weekly videos to help you build an impactful online business. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment below if you have any questions about the ODR, what you think about it, any emotional outbursts, or has it affected your store as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So for those of you that is your first time hearing about the ODR, Etsy now is starting to measure your customer service performance using ODR, which is order dissatisfaction rate. And they measure customer service a seller provides to their buyers. So it's basically the percentage of your shop orders, any cases that are open against your store or were open against your store, and also 1 to 2 star reviews. So you want to avoid getting bad reviews. You want to avoid getting any cases open against your store to avoid this ODR percentage. Now, keep in mind that what they're doing now is that shops have to maintain an ODR of less than 1% to sell on Etsy. So in order for you to continue to sell on Etsy, it has to be under 1%. So one of the things that they say themselves that you have to make sure that you're doing is shipping on time. You have to make sure that your listings and your shop policies are accurately. And you also have to make sure that you're answering buyers' questions quickly. So all of these things combine, not just the first three things that we talked about, orders, case, and star reviews, but also the additional items that we just mentioned. And this all could be, this could all work in the favor of Etsy sellers. However, depending on what you sell, it also could be like the worst thing ever as well. I'm going to give you an idea of my store. I have a particular store that I have over 10,000 listings. And on this store, I have a lot of digital downloads. It's all digital. Well, everything is a digital download or an instant download. It's one or the other. No printing, no shipping, etc. No tangible items. My ODR from that store is 5.92% right now. And it's a little scary because if by March 21st, my ODR is not, it has not gone down to the 1%, it can't hurt me from continuing my Etsy store. Mind you, the majority, if not all my bad reviews, I had like one case open against me last month, has been due to the fact that when people buy, they don't read. They're not reading the listing description. They're not reading in the actual Etsy photos. I have a photo that says this is an instant download. And even on the title, I put instant download, even though, I didn't want to put that in there because I wanted to focus on my SEO and having a short description. I put it in there. But people don't read. The case, I stood my ground because it was a lot of money. I went back and forth customizing a customer's wedding sign. And I didn't charge her anything extra because she didn't read that for the custom you had to buy the extra fee. She didn't read that. I still did it for her. I was really nice. I went back and forth. She kept changing stuff around. And even after all that, when I finished the order and I emailed her the final file, she was so upset that she wanted a credit. And I was like, no, I'm going to stand my ground because 1, I didn't do anything wrong. 2, obviously she didn't read. 3, I did mention to her during our conversations, is it digital download? Because she kept asking me about the frame, if the frame came included. And I was like, no, it's not, because it's a digital download. So basically you would get the file and then you would be in charge of buying a frame if you wanted to put it in a frame. I don't know what part of that she didn't understand, that it's an actual file, right? It's not something I'm going to mail out to you. So long story, just to make the story short, cases like that, I don't think is fair for us Etsy sellers to have the possibility of our store getting closed down because people don't bother to read. And their excuse is, well, just give me a credit. Well, if I gave a credit to every single person that didn't read, I will not make any money on Etsy. I know it sounds a little bit, I'm not trying to, I'm thankful for my customers. I'm thankful for Etsy. I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me. However, I do feel like if I gave a credit to every individual that said, oh, I didn't read that, or you just added that to your listing, that was never there. Or I was in a rush when I purchased, so I didn't have time to read. If I gave a credit to every single individual, my return on investment would be like, let's say it was 100%, it would drop to like 20%. That's the reason why I stand my ground. I used to be the type of person that I would give a credit for everything. I was so scared of getting a bad review. And then I just got fed up after a while, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to kill them with kindness. I'm still going to be respectful. I'm still going to answer all your questions. I'm still going to go above and beyond. But I'm not going to give a refund. That's like my thing now. It's like, every situation is different, but majority of the time, 99%, I didn't do anything wrong. Why should I give you a refund for something that you already have, that I put so much time and energy on, or that it was an instant download, you download it, and I don't have no way of knowing whether you're going to print it or use it or etc. So in that situation, I think that the ODR it's not right. I'm sure that you guys could agree. There's many of you guys that get bad reviews, and majority of your bad reviews are due to the fact that people don't read. They don't read the shipping policy. Maybe they didn't read the processing time. Maybe they didn't read how much it costs, right? Maybe they gave you a bad review, but then in the review itself, it says, I love the item. It doesn't make any sense. I think that they need to manually review every situation differently. And if you have a high ODR, but it's because 99% of people don't read, those stores or whatever the situation is, right? Whether they didn't read or they didn't read the shipping policy, it shouldn't be counted against you as an Etsy seller. I don't know what's going to happen on my store. I will give you guys an update on what's going to happen to that particular store. It's just very frustrating because I have literally added I'm almost at 11,000 listings on that particular store. I have put so much energy and time behind it. And the reason why the percentage is so high is because I sell a lot of instant downloads. And because of that, the percentage is way higher of people complaining or leaving me bad reviews. But if Etsy went and saw every single review, they're going to see that the common denominator is that people don't read. So I don't know how you guys feel. I just feel like it's very unfair for those of us that are doing an extremely good job, for those of us that, especially when we get a bad review and we didn't do anything incorrect or we didn't do anything wrong. I think that's like the thing that my pet peeve. That's my pet peeve right there. I don't mind, if you give me a bad review and maybe my customer service wasn't on point. Maybe I had a bad day. Maybe I forgot something. I get it. It sucks, but I get it. It's like a lesson learned. However, when you go above and beyond for your store, for your customers, and they still leave you a bad review for whatever reason, and it's not anything you did wrong, that's upsetting. It's very upsetting. So I'm going to leave a link in the comment section below. Make sure that when you are checking your ODR, you have to make sure that you're logged in into your actual store. And all you have to do is click on the link. And this is the link I'm going to leave below. And it'll tell you, this is my order dissatisfaction rate at the current moment for this particular store. is at 0, so that's excellent for this store. And this is from, they're counting from November 22nd to January 21st. And this is the percentage currently at the moment. So right now they're not evaluating my store because I'm doing a good job. If you are not doing a good job like my other store, that's when they put the note up here saying your store is going to be evaluated by this date. If you have not lowered it, then it could potentially be at risk of getting suspended. So just keep that in mind. Now, one of the things that I do want to make note, or make sure that I address with you guys, is that whenever you guys have, let's say you do a refund or you close an order, make sure that when you give that person the refund, you completely close the order. This was a conversation we had yesterday in my Facebook group with a couple people. If you give a refund and you don't close that order and you let it run, like you let it sit there on your tab, that counts as a late order. So that counts against your ODR. So that's one thing. Secondly, make sure that, especially if you sell digital prints like I do, or instant downloads, or anything that's very specific that the customer might not read, make sure that you include that information in your listing description, in your shop policy, in your shop announcement, anywhere and everywhere the customer could read about your policies, included everywhere nowadays. I mean, I just feel like it's getting to the point that you have to cover yourself as an Etsy seller. So that information, you should include it everywhere and anywhere to avoid any confusion, or to avoid anyone saying, well, I didn't read that, and then they open a case against you. That way you could be a little bit more protected. Doesn't mean you will be 100%, but just make sure that you follow that protocol. And also download the Etsy app on your phone, on your smart device. That way, if you do get a customer that asks you a question, you want to answer within like the same day, as soon as possible, because they do count the rate of how fast you respond to customers. And I know all of us, we have busy lives. Some of us have a full-time job. We are parents, we have loved ones to take care of, a household. Etsy might be your side hustle, so I understand that not every single time you're going to be able to respond, but for the sake of the ODR, and for the sake of you not getting on the, getting a high ODR percentage, make sure that you respond as soon as possible, or add a quick reply, the auto reply. That way it doesn't count against you. Just want to make sure that I said those things. But once again, I will leave the link below. Click on it and it will take you to this page where we show you where your ODR is at. I would love to know everyone's opinion about it. Please leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you guys for watching.